G'day guys, welcome back. Now I'm going to have another go at that rainbow 3D flower. I did contemplate not putting it up because, you know, it didn't work the way I wanted it to, but it's just sitting over there. I just did it an hour ago and I thought, no, I want to do this again. It's not going to beat me. So I'm going again. I've got my other, this is the next size up, the 22 centimeter round. I'm going to make sure that it's really clean because, you know, the other side is what you're going to see. And also in the little crease there, you're going to make sure that that's all clean because you want that to be clear. Now, the last one I did the 360 plus, the platinum. It sets up a lot faster. This is, I'm going back to the other one. This is the platinum ultra clear. I'm just going to spray around my edges so bubbles don't cling to the side. And I'm going to pour in here. So normally when I do the 360, normally when I do my 3D blooms, I leave the resin sitting in there until it gets to a certain temperature and then I pour it out. But today I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to see whether, I'm not going to take its temperature, I'm just going to go by time. Because normally this resin, I would pipe at 55 minutes. So I've got a little bit left in there. That'll be for my white. And if you saw that video, the previous one, you'll know that I had trouble with the alcohol inks not spreading. And I said to you, I'm going to do this again, but I am going to put the inks in earlier. Because when I put them in, the resin had been sitting for half an hour and it was quite thick and the alcohol inks just did not want to spread. So I'm going to go again. And the other thing, if you saw that, you'll have seen that I used 7 colors. So when I pulled my stick through in 8 places, it looked a bit odd. So I've got 8 colors and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drops of color. That way, when I pull my stick through, I can pull it through each color. So, yeah, live and learn. So that's what I'm going to do this time. I've got the same colored little stones there that I'm going to use. I'm using the Let's Resin inks. So let's get started, shall we? Magenta. I'm just going to put 1 drop. Oh, okay. Why aren't you working? Oh gosh, 1 drop. All right, so that's the magenta. And then we'll go some purple. Actually, maybe if I do it up high. That worked, kind of. Let's try the magenta again from up high and let it like drop down with a bit of force. No. Oh dear. All right, so that's those 2. I've added orange. Oh gosh, it's splashing everywhere. Oh. Don't go in the middle. This was supposed to be easier this time around. Oh gosh. I don't want colour on the edges. I'll have to get that. Get it out. I don't want it on the edges. So when I stopped stirring it was 4 o'clock. So I'm going to pipe at 5 to 5. Right, so that's the orange. I thought these were going to work better. It's those 3. I better put them separately so that I don't get them mixed up. Thought they would spread more. All right, let's just put some more on now. Got 5 drops of each. And then I'll give them a bit of a swirl to mix them up a bit. Okay, so that's those 4 done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The yellow probably need a bit more because it doesn't seem to spread as much as the others at all. cerulean. Oh my God, you guys. I'm supposed to put one colour in the centre there, not two. Oh gosh. Now I'm going to take one of them out. Oh dear. Why? Alright, let's take that out. It should be relatively easy to do. Alright, I am making a mess though. Now let's just move you over and we'll give you a bit of a swirl. I thought these colours were going to blend more, you know, when I drop them in, but doesn't seem that way. All right, let's get back to this. So I've got the magenta, I've got the orange, that's the cerulean, that's the purple, that's the peach red. Oops, no, you're the orange. All right, here we go. Red, that's the red, and we'll go yellow down here, and then up here will be the blue. This is sky blue. Okay. I did actually think about mixing up a little medicine cup of colour and just pouring it on. So I guess that might be the next video because it's still not doing what I'm wanting it to do. I'm just going to do this. Just going to mix it in, get it to spread. You're okay. Try not to scratch my mold. Pink. They're pretty colours. And of course when the white goes over them, they'll be a bit more subdued. But yeah, if this doesn't work this time, I'll just mix up the colours in the resin and pour them in and have different colours. Alright, a little bit more yellow. The yellow doesn't seem to spread as far as the others for some reason. Okay, now I guess they will spread a bit more. Just want to make sure there's no big streaks, that's all. Oh, you're blending. That's okay. I actually don't mind if they blend a little bit. I think I need more pink there. Oh, gosh. Actually, next time I might try a different ink. I've got some, I've got a couple of different inks. I may try them and see if maybe they'll spread more. Maybe it's just these inks that don't like to spread very much. That red's very dark. See, I didn't really want them to be that dark either. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll clean up my mess. Put these away. Give it a bit of a torch. So I've made lots of bubbles with all that stirring. I think what I'll do, I might as well put the little crushed glass in. A little multicoloured crushed glass. I thought they would look pretty because they're a similar colour. rainbow colours. That's from Silicone Molds Online. Let's just pop those down. Give them a bit of a stir so that they're all covered. And hopefully it's in the middle. I'm thinking I may turn this into a bowl. Oh, no, maybe not. It'll probably be ready to do like at 3 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I'm not going to be getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to turn it into a bowl, but we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not that happy with the blobs of colour. So, see if I can get some of that dark colour out of my magenta. I didn't really want them to mix that much. See, the tissue just picks it up, so if you make a mistake, you can just do that. Alright, now I just have to wait now, patiently. And yeah, I'll come back to you. And we'll see how this goes. But yeah, I'm still not very happy with it. Not what I was going for, but it just means I get to do it again, doesn't it? Let me get my gloves off and then I can turn my camera off. Joys of videoing, hey? Alright, I'll come back in about 40 minutes. Looks like a painter's palette, doesn't it? Is that what they put all their different colours on when they're painting? Back in a sec. So it's coming up to 55 minutes. I took this one's temperature just to see, and it's only at like 37 degrees. So now I have a bit of a dilemma because I don't know if the resin is thick enough because it's been sitting for 55 minutes, or do I need to wait until the resin gets to 50 degrees Celsius? So I don't know. So what I thought I would do is I'd mix up my white, cut the hole in the bag, hold it up and just see how it goes, because I know like how fast it needs to be dripping out to be ready. So I'm just going to weigh this little bit of resin. I've just got to scale off to the side there. Just going to put in 30 grams, 1 ounce. There we go. Tiny bit left. There we go. And I'm going to use the Cast and Craft. Give it a bit of a shake. And I'm going to do 6 drops. I cut the top off because you don't have to squeeze so hard then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 drops per ounce. You can do more, you can do less. If you do more, you've just got to risk that it's too heavy and it'll sink. So just opaque if you look at your stick, because sometimes you're using a product that doesn't actually drip out. It's more in like a little paste in a tub. So just check the opacity by looking at it through the stick. And it should be just opaque. Do I want one more? No. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Okay. Now it's still looking really runny. I'm going to pour it in here into my little piping bag. I have a feeling I'm going to have to wait a bit longer. Oh, I forgot to tell you. After I turned the camera off, I looked at my blobs of colour and I thought, oh, what can I do with them to make them blend a little bit more? So I got my stick and I just went around like that. And yeah, just kind of blended them a little bit. So I think it looks nice. I think it's worked well. All right. Let's have a little look and see how this is going to go. Doesn't feel very warm at all. But like I said, I don't know whether to go by time now, because normally I take its temperature and don't go by time that much. But now I'm going by time instead of temperature. cut a bit off. And I'm just going to hold this, turn it up like that. All right, I'm going to hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, drop. 1, 2, 3, drop. 1, 2, 3, drop. Okay, it's not too bad actually. Not too bad. I think I might make the hole a little bit bigger though. There we go. It's probably about 5 millimeters. Okay, so I might just I don't know whether to wait any longer. I'm at my 55 minutes. Oh, let's just do it. It's only resin. Okay. It's dripping a bit faster now because I made the hole bigger. Oh gosh. I don't know what to do now. I might put a tiny bit of resin there. Just going to pop that in there. Actually, that was silly. Should have just done this. I want to see what it'll do. Let me clean my stick. Don't mind waiting a few extra minutes. It's a pretty cool day today. Just going to drop a bit in there. I'm just going to see what it does. Because I mean, I know I've made a bigger hole in here now, you see, so it's dripping. It is dripping faster. Just going to watch that. It's like watching paint dry or watching grass grow. Not terribly exciting, I know. Oh, look, I've spilt something in there. Spilt a little drip. Drip to drop, drop to drip. Oh, no, it's a bit of hard resin. Okay. Right, what are you doing, little drips? Look, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm coming up to an hour. It's been an hour, so we'll just see if that works, hey? If I go by time rather than temperature. Because when it's in a deep cup, it gets much hotter. All right, let's just go for it. If it doesn't work, then I'll just do it again, hey? All right, here we go. And hopefully it'll work. Hopefully I've got enough white resin to go all the way around. I need to stop and wind it back up. Oh my gosh, making a mess. Mess, mess, mess. All right, here we go. I'm going to go right up to the edge. Only just got enough, you guys. Squeeze that out. If I hadn't have dripped so much to begin with, I'd have enough. See if I can get a little bit more on this one just to make it a tiny bit thicker. Oh, look at that. Oh, I've never used up so much, like all of it at once. Let me just get I'm just going to spray this baby wipe with alcohol because I've got sticky hands. All right. Now, let's just get rid of that blob. Curl that around a touch. Need another piece of paper towel. Now, I've got some bubbles from all that. Let's torch. All right, so remind me, that was an hour, okay? Now, where each colour is, that's where I'm going to, well, what I want to do is go up first into the, no I don't, I want to bring the colour down. That's right, I want to bring the colour down into the centre. So let's do that. and up. Oops, didn't go all the way. Now this one here, oh, I'm supposed to be having orange. Oh, it doesn't matter. There we go. And pink. See, I didn't do that very well, did I? That's my green. Now this one is going to go halfway between. Oh, I don't think it matters. The colours are just, they'll all be gorgeous. What am I doing? Through the middle. Here we go, through the middle. Okay, now each one's going to go out from the centre, out. Hope this works, you guys. I've had a lot of fails in my resin lately because I've been trying new things. I don't feel as if I can put up the same things, you know, day after day, week after week. You guys want to see new stuff. So I'm trying new stuff, but it doesn't always work. All right, now let's give maybe just a tiny little swirl. I'd like to actually see the lines going into the center. I don't think I want to like totally smudge them. Oh, look, my glass is moving. Get back. Get back. Okay, there we go. I don't want to do too much in the center. Oh, great. Torch. Oh, there's a big hair in there. Oh. Get out. What is that? There's stuff in my resin. Must have been on the tissue. Alright, now I'm going to give it a bit of a torch with my heat gun. Just on low. Just kind of pushing in from the outside in. Around the middle. Okay, I think that's all. The resin is probably still quite thin, so I don't want to overheat it because then the white will just fall through to the bottom. I mean, it may still do that. I'm crossing my fingers that it won't. Let's just clean this up. Easier to do now than it is when the resin's dry. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take you down for a bit of a close-up. Clean up my mess. Get rid of these gloves. All right, let's go and have a little close-up look at what's going on. Okay, it's looking very bright from up here. I just so wish that it works, that it doesn't all drop to the bottom and go blobby. I'm not sure what it's going to do. I really love the blending of the colours. Just not that confident that it's going to not be blobby. Like, it looks nice on the edges there. Is that blobby in there? It looks a bit blobby in there. Oh well, we won't know until tomorrow, and this resin takes a long time to set up, so 24 hours, so I won't be able to unmold it till tomorrow. But I'll be checking on it every 10 minutes. I'm going to come back and check on it, see what it's doing, and hopefully it works. Oh my gosh, put so much time and effort and time and everything into it. I hope it works. All right, wish me luck, cross your fingers for me. See you tomorrow. I'm back, you guys. It's the next morning. It's pretty early. What is it? Oh, it's 7 a.m. So it's still a bit bendy, as you can see. So I thought I'll get it out, and then if I like it enough to turn it into a bowl, I will do that. I really love the top. So if the bottom doesn't work, I'm okay with that because I really like this. The only issue, I guess, is the center. I could, if I wanted to, put a little bit more glitter on there with a clear coat, but then I wouldn't be able to turn it into a bowl. So, yeah. I have in the past put some little gold dots on with my gold pen, and that's looked quite nice. But anyway, let's have a look and see what it's going to do. I really don't think it's going to work. I think the resin was just too thin, and I do think it's fallen all to the bottom. I'll put that, there we go. All right, but there we go. Look at that. It's really pretty, isn't it? Oh, look, you can already see blobbies. Couldn't see them against the white mold, but I can see them now. But anyway, let's have a look at the back. Yeah. It's actually quite interesting, though. Like with the colours. Like, it's not bad, is it? I guess if you didn't know that it wasn't supposed to do that, you'd be impressed. It's actually quite nice. I can see the little different coloured stones there. Oh, I just wish I'd gone by my instincts when I said, oh, it looks a bit runny, you know, in the piping bag. I wish I'd just gone with my instincts rather than, okay, it's 55 minutes, it's time to pipe. Isn't always the case. It depends on the temperature of your room, you know, the temperature of your resin, what container it's been sitting in. It's only been sitting in something, you know, this deep in the mold, so obviously it's taken a lot longer to cure up. Oh gosh, I don't know what side I like now. Oh, you guys help me. I kind of like this side better. Oh gosh. Even though it's got the blobbies, I think it's quite pretty. I'm going to go and find a bowl, see if I can put it in that. Hang on one sec. I found a bowl. This one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to spray it a bit with my silicone spray. Just a little bit in there. And then I'm just going to wipe it all around with the paper towel. Just to make sure it's not going to stick forever. All right, so that's it there. Move that out of the way. All right, last decision. No, I'm going to go with this way. I'm going to go with it. Going to go with it. All right, let's put it on the top. It's always a little bit tricky. Let's see if I can kind of bend it a little bit. It's still a bit bendable, not quite as bendable as I would have liked, but yeah, I would have had to get up in the early hours of the morning and do it. Oops. Now, because it's got the oil on there, it's going to want to move, but that's okay. You just have to keep going around until it's in. Try and get it to go down evenly. It's really pretty. I really like it, even though it wasn't exactly how it was supposed to be. I'm just using sort of the knuckle area. I don't want to like push a fingerprint into it. Now where it goes along the edges there, you tend to get this little ripple, you know, where it is bending. So if you don't want it to do that, maybe use a wider bowl. See, this one didn't do it. This one probably was more set as well before I started bending it. Now I'll just have to make sure that it's equal. I don't think I'll push any more than that. I think that'll do. It'll just find its own way down. But what I will do is just to make sure that it's even, because you don't want an uneven bowl. I'm just going to kind of measure. So I've got 4 centimeters there to the top. I've got 4.5 there. I've got 4.5 there. 4 there. Okay, so it's got to come this way just a touch. So I'll just keep going. It's 4.25, 4.25, 4.5. So come down a little bit more. Just because it's got the oil on it too, it can sort of slip around a little bit. Just under 4.5, 4.5, under 4.5, 4.5. Okay, a little bit more. I'm talking like a millimetre. All right, there it is. I'm going to leave that there. I'll check it one more time, but I think that's good. All right, I'll see you later on today, and we'll get it out of the bowl anyway. A bowl and a bowl. See you soon. So it's the next day. Let's get him out. Oh, there we go. That one popped out nice and easily. Look at that. It's so pretty. Now, do you mind the fact that they haven't bloomed very much? Or do you think it's just a nice sort of geometrical pattern? Maybe I should have used that side. I'm going to have to give it a bit of a wipe over to get the oil off it. But at least the oil doesn't damage it. There we go. All right. Oh, it's got a bit of a sharp lip there. You know, you got to be really careful with resin. It can be actually really quite sharp. I'm just going to go and sand that little edge. I'm going to go over there and do it. Over there next to the bin. Get that little sharp line off, and then I'm going to come back and paint it. So I'll be right back. All done. Now, when you're sanding resin, make sure that you've got a mask on. If you haven't got a respirator, just use your cloth mask, your your medical mask that you would when you go out shopping to be COVID safe. Just pop that on so they're not breathing in the dust particles, because breathing in the resin particles are quite dangerous. And also make sure you get it all off your hands as well. Wash your hands and up your arms or anywhere where the dust's gone. If I get dust on my skin and I leave it on my skin and don't wash it off, I'll get a red itchy rash. So just make sure that you're safe with the dust, okay? More so than you would be with regular wet resin. All right, let's give this a paint. I'm going to use the Deco Color Gold Premium, which is my favorite one to use. And go around the side here first. Shouldn't take very long, but I won't make you sit through the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is, once I've done the side like that, I'm then going to go and do, we're going to focus. Come on. Why won't you focus? I'm going to do this outside little rim there, like that. I've just sanded it though, so it's not that pointy. So the nib may run off it. So that's it there on the outer rim. And then you've got the top edge. And then I do the inner rim as well. Okay, like that all the way around. Got my little bit of card there. This is my pushing pen card. All the way around. I just think that finishes that off neatly. So you've got the outer edge. Oops, I need to do it this way. Outer edge, the center, and then the inner edge, okay? And then that should give you a beautiful finish. You may need to do 2 coats depending on what pen you're using. I find that with this particular one, when it's nice and full, I only need 1 coat. Try not to miss. All right, so I'm going to finish that, and I'll be right back, because you don't need to watch me do the whole thing. That'll just be boring. There we go. She's all done. What do you think? There's the little gold rim around the edge there on the inside. A little stone sparkling in the middle. And there's the top edge, and then there's the little rim across the back there as well. It's probably easiest to do the outer rim, the inner rim, and then you just have to colour in the middle. So there we go. Let me know what you think of it. I know the blooms didn't work the way they were supposed to, but I think it's really pretty nonetheless. It's a pretty little rainbow bowl, And if you didn't know it wasn't supposed to bloom, then you'd still think it was just a pretty rainbow bowl, hey? I really like how it's got the white in the middle there and no colour. So there it is. I'm going to do a couple more, see if I can get the effect that I'm going for. And yeah, so keep watching and I'll see if I can perfect it. So thanks again for watching. Hope you like my bowl. And I'll see you real soon for the next video. Okay, take care. Bye for now.